You know what? I feel like punching something today. So, everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to, where is Survivor? There we go. That's the wrong class. When did that happen? Welcome back to, welcome back to Vagante. Thanks, Sunday Unicorn. I am consistently floored that people will, like, you know what, let's go with dexterity this time. I want to see if it really affects attack speed. Probably not, but still. I'm consistently impressed that people, like, go wildly. Damn it. Wildly. This might actually... Oh. You know what? Fuck this. Alright, let's try that again. I'm consistently impressed that people, you know, have watched all of my Vagante stuff. Okay. Not because, like... Not because it's that unbelievable. Wow, there is no knockback on the regular punch. Is there? Ooh, that is brutal. Not because it's, like, that ridiculous, but mainly just, like, the concept of time and, like, all of the videos that I ever put out is such, like, kind of a... I'm not gonna say this, like, weird mystery to me. Hello. There's a pork chop. Hello, pork chop. Unfortunately, do not want to dodge past said pork chops, so... Or dodge through said pork... I don't know if I'm gonna have an option on this one. Damn it! There's not enough room. Man, wasting a pork chop. Alright, so we gotta go with strength, which is kind of a shame. That sucks. I do have to say, though, like, a lot of people give me compliments saying that I'm improved archery. Yes, I'm not improved archery, mind you. I can do archery poorly, because unfortunately my eyes are done screwed up, but still, okay. And we got one defense, so I might as well keep the gauntlets on, for better or worse. Hey, we got a Shrine of the Shackled, so that's actually super useful. But it does really help actually being semi-expert level playing this game. And I will admit, I have not actually played this game like half a week to a full week at this point. I'm trying to remember when I last did it, because Bloodborne came on Wednesday, so I've not played Vagante since like last Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Anyway, that is a very long time to go without playing this game. And I'm feeling the rust. It is all over the place. I want heavy punches, goddammit, gimme. None of them. I want to punch things. Punching is like the best weapon in this game. And like, oh, interesting. There's actually like a difference in the wall here. So you can identify that it's secret. Interesting. I never actually really paid attention to that, but it is there, and kind of obvious now that I look. I probably shouldn't spend so much time looking, though, considering I just got smacked around. Alright, you are not improved jumping, you are magic mapping. You are a worm. I don't want to deal with that. Oh, shoot, there's a mimic in that hole. I didn't even stick my head in to check. Whoops! Alright, well, let's see. Yeah, as far as archery goes, oh, there are many friends in here. Friends that I do not want to really be friends with, but still. Do we get a Shrine of Sacrifice here? Because if I can get me one of those... Well, this is a shithole. Not a shithole that I specifically have to deal with. I almost dropped down on the spikes to get the gold piece. That would have been bad. Okay, I have arrows. Yes! It doesn't look like I have to go up either. Alright, so we know the given strategy when dealing with these guys. Let them follow us. And then murder. I really wish you could actually lay traps in this game. Okay, that is totally my fault. I think it would actually be kind of cool to be like a trap master type character. I don't know how well it would work, but I think it would be cool. Because, like, I don't know, it would be kind of fun to, like, set up boulder traps and stuff like that, and lead people through, like, a maze of death and destruction instead of, you know, the standard type of play. Alright, so it looks like this is what we get, which is kind of a shame. Let's see. Trying to think. Oh, right. I was going to talk about archery, seeing as I mentioned it. And unfortunately, like, this game is not an easy game for me to rant on, so don't expect too much. But, so I'm right-handed, which, I mean, most people are, but I'm left-eye dominant. And I believe if you're right-handed, you're also supposed to be... If you're right-handed, you're supposed to be right-eye dominant. If you're left-handed, left-eye dominant. Just because you've got, like, a dominant hemisphere? I don't even know. Brain nonsense is weird. I don't know. Oh, this could be bad. Hey, Ring of Zygox. Alright, that's helpful. But, like, brain nonsense is hard. I don't know. I do not want to be a brain surgeon. I don't even really want to know about how brains work. Alright, that was my fault. Oh, I was pointing in the wrong direction. I was wondering about that. And... oh, glad there's no sacrifice shrine. We'd not be in a good position otherwise. Alright. Let's try to avoid taking damage. But yeah, so I am left eye dominant. Well, I don't think the worm is going to be able to hit me. Or... I'm not going to be able to hit it either. Oh, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, so I am dominant with the wrong eye, effectively. Which really isn't that big of a deal. Except for the problem is... if you're doing art... oh, he's just going to continue coming out of there because he doesn't know how to deal with it. Let's see, where else can I go? I might as well kill his wormling. There's that goody, can't kill the fairy chick. Oh, hello! You are... not in a good way. Position. I'm not going to be able to reach him either. Oh, well. The point is not to, I don't know if I can deal with this positioning. I can punch him, what, twice in the gob? That's pretty embarrassing. Let's see if I can get him over here. But so if you're doing archery, you knock the arrow and pull it back. Let's see if I can get him to... oh, his positioning is amazing. His health is looking pretty goddamn good, though, which is bad. That is super bad. Speaking of, have never seen that movie. Let's see. What country is Wanderbot from? Wanderbot is from, Eastern United States. I don't think I'm going to be able to punch him, am I? No. Alright, so when you knock a bow and you pull it back, you pull the arrow back, to your dominant eye. So if you're right-handed, you'll bring it back to your right eye. However, for me, to even see like what I'm specifically aiming at, actually I have to bring the arrow back to my left eye, which looks... okay, so yeah, if you're left brain dominant, hello. Come on, just one punch, there we go. Speaking of, very good manga. Even if you're not into manga, it's a very good one. Anyway, but so, you know, you knock the bow, pull it back, and you release it. But of course, if you're trying to pull it to the other side of your face, you're just going to end up looking like an idiot. And, like, you can still do it, but it doesn't work so well. So that is my, like, eternal curse when trying to do archery. I don't actually know why I'm specifically talking about that, but still. Let's see. Wondering what... damn it. Well, I guess we get to wear this. Sweet, I'm smarter for it. Of course, probably should have tested that out. Let's grab her. Hopefully I can find a scroll of decurse along the way. Let's see. I'm stuck on a little overhang. Let's see. Why is balls my go-to word to yell out when I'm getting beaten on? Honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea why I pick up catchphrases. And mind you, they will probably change frequently. Let's go for a Book of Spirits. Oh, hello. Did I? Oh, press the wrong button. It's been a long time since I played this game. And according to chat, my name is now Archibald Horatio II. You know, if I had a name like Archibald Horatio II, I'd probably, like, just try and pretend I'm actually, like, extremely affluent. Not because it's particularly necessary, but because I would feel like it's my birthright with a name like that. For better or worse. Let's see, so I don't have boulder you know what I do have? I got a lot of these. Apparently arrows can set off barrel traps. Boulder traps. Okay, no more cursed, not another cursed item. I was a little worried about that. It probably should be a little bit more conservative with them. Considering I want these runs to go fairly well, generally. And, well, running around with... speaking of going well, this area sucks. This is not that bad. Okay, that kind of sucks a bit. You don't really want to fight bats over spikes. They're not cursed, they're floor phasing. That's not a good idea. Anyway, let's keep going. Have to throw Cornelius into that name. So, weird story. And I'm trying to remember exactly where... oh! Okay, another story time. This one's also fairly short, and I shouldn't get too distracted while trying to tell it. But so, in college, I've mentioned several times that I belong to kind of like a weirder... Oh, damn it. I belong to a weirder, damn it. No, I belong to like a weirder college dorm than probably most people had to deal with. Or like, had the opportunity to deal with. Huh. Never seen that before. And then I was kind of like hook, line, and sinker. It's like, surprise! Gotcha! Ow! But still, so, weirder college dorm. And, I mean, maybe it's fairly regular. I don't actually know what other people's college experiences were like apart from drinking. Didn't really do a whole lot of the drinking side of things. So, oh, shoot, you can reach here, can't you? So I can't really, like, speak for a lot of people. And, hey, you know, I might actually be pretty dismissive of, like, how people's college experience went. Was I in a frat? Sort of. I mean, it's as close to a frat as you can get that includes only nerds, for the most part. Ooh. In retrospect, probably shouldn't be in here with this armor on. It hurts. And turns out there's, like, nothing good in here for me anyway. So, so I belong to, like, it was called the Special Interest House. And it was for, like, computer scientists and nerds overall and stuff like that. I was in the Glee Club, great, yeah, not quite. Let's just drink everything. Okay, so that was poison. We have poison in defense, though, which is kind of useful. Just gonna plonk these guys down, punch you up a bit, keep punching you. Still poisoned. That bit kind of sucks. There we go. But so, one of the things that I love to do is break into people's face. What is he doing? I don't even know. Oh, well, this is interesting. I love to break into people's Facebook accounts. Not maliciously. I just like to break in there and, like, mess with details. You know, kind of the super classic, change the name and stuff like that. Ah. Well, they killed themselves. Thanks, Rune. Welcome to the stream as well. Let's see. Right, you can punch them over. Not like it's super useful here, but might as well do it. It doesn't look like there's any loot on that side. I am still taking poison damage. Did they change poison potions so they're just that much more damaging? I don't even know. Crazy. Alright. But so, I love to break into people's Facebook accounts and change their details. Super benign. And, like, honestly, if it ever, like, became a problem, generally I would switch it back or whatever. So, like, I never changed anybody's passwords or anything like that. But, it was kind of just, like, friendly prank war. If you ever find me on Facebook, I am listed as, like, 10 years older than I actually am. So, I would actually change, their relationship status. Usually what I would do is, so there, oh god, story time forever. So I would actually, there was one guy on my floor, who had kind of a weird Frenchish type name. I'm still poisoned. Oh wait, no, the poison just ended. Damn, that took forever. But it wasn't really hacking. It was just like, you know, they'd leave their, they'd leave their computer open, effectively. That's what I would do. But so, usually it would be like the benign stuff, and I'd try and make it so it was noticeable, so like they wouldn't get pissed at me. Hello. Or too pissed at me. So, there's this one guy with a sort of Frenchish sounding name. Ugh. This is a mess. This is not a bad spot for it. But so, weird Frenchish sounding name. Yeah, there we go. And a lot of people like to make fun of him. I've told stories about him in the past. This looks pretty shitty. Science! Energy! Manergy! But so... Well, I almost consigned him to a spiky death. Deuce, am I gonna fight you? Found it. Okay. This is a bit on the hairier side. Do I still have a potion of magic going? Did they change it? Huh. I wonder what they changed. Interesting question. Don't really know. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to go down to Spike Land. I'm controlling everything terribly here. It's pretty freaking pitiful. Let's see, can I make it without getting fireballed? I need to get back up into this hole, but falling down out of here was a pain in the butt. Alright, there we go. Okay, so I've told stories about this guy with a semi-Frenchish sounding name, and we like to make fun of him. He had like a massive potbelly, which generally like wasn't that deserving of like mirth or being made fun of, but he also kind of had a stick-in-the-mud type personality, so everybody liked to give him shit for it. But so, I am playing horribly here. Oh, I'll figure it out. And those are more spikes. More spikes. But so... I wasn't a fat shamer. The only reason why, like, I say that, he had a potbelly was, he was actually an incredibly fit dude that drank too much. And, like, oh, I've got cursed grab wall. Alright. If you ever run into those people that's, like, an extremely heavy drinker, usually what will happen is, if they're, like, actually fit, but they drink a lot, they end up with, like, the weirdest fat distribution on their body. And so that's what this guy had. He had, like, really muscular legs, comparatively, because dude loved to hike. And just the largest potbelly I've ever seen on a fit person. Period. It was weird. But so, we gave him a lot of shit for stuff. And what I would do is, he was in a relationship with a girl for quite a while, but they were never Facebook official for whatever reason. And so, I mean, Facebook official is kind of bullshit anyway, so it's not like that's a particularly high standard for, whoop, hello. I don't even know what those boots do. They look pretty good, though. Light feet, defense fight. Ooh, hello. The defense is nice. Might reduce some of the massive amounts of damage that I've been taking here. But so... don't think... oh, this might be a secret, come to think of it. Yep. Thought so, you can tell by the rock wall. I think I was telling that, but like, the phrase "you can tell by the pixels" is actually a quote from one of my friends. Which might actually be kind of identifying, but still. Okay, so we make fun of this guy. And so he was technically single on Facebook. How do I want to do this? Fine, why not? Since when am I specific? Oh, right. I don't take I've got light feet, so I don't have to worry about plants, do I? Cool. That's useful. But so, single on Facebook, so what we would do is, every time I'd get onto somebody's Facebook account, I would actually set them to a relationship with this guy. And at one point, he locked down his Facebook account. So in retaliation, for this guy specifically, man, I'm not even telling the proper story here. There's just so much, oh, do not want to be near that. I forgot, enemies can still set them off. But so, it would set them in relationship with this guy. Which annoyed him for probably fairly obvious reasons. I mean, I was not exactly, I'm not going to say like a mean person, but I was definitely super annoying when I was in college. Okay, okay, this place is filled with spikes. And kind of terrifying looking. Let's see. But so I'd set them in relationship with this guy, like in a relationship with this guy. And what ended up happening is he turned off his Facebook, deactivated it, not entirely sure what he did, but effectively we didn't have access to him on Facebook anymore, which, not a big deal. Let's be honest here. Is he still my friend? Honestly, I don't think we were ever really friends. He was just kind of an acquaintance that would sometimes give beer to the freshmen. And I know that sounds like super mercenary, but oh, woo, okay, that was quite the wild ride, and it doesn't seem like I went very far, but like I was not in control of my actions there. So I can actually go this way. Can't die. Let's not fall into the spikes because that'd be bad. Okay, so let's get out of here. So like, I don't know if we were ever friends, but then again, like, you meet a lot of people in college that you'll hang out with, but are you really friends? Don't even know. Anyway, but so we'd have people in relationship status with him. So that was one thing I would do. The other thing I would do is change people's names. That's a lot of spikes. Balls, 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 balls. Hey, there goes my catchphrase. Let's actually switch to fisting time. Oh, we're not in a good place for fisting, are we? No siree. What do we got here? What is, attack-wise? Not much either. Guess I might as well drink these for the time being. I don't know what you are. Oh, hey, Featherfall might actually be a terrible idea given the situation. I'll figure it out. Anyway. But so I'd change people's names, which generally fairly benign. Fun fact about Facebook, though. After a while, it actually gets fed up with you changing your name. Like, it will actually lock your name permanently. Or at least for, like, a while, and maybe you have to call them. I'm not entirely sure. But so, I frequently would change my friend's name. Because the dude had, like, the worst cybersecurity in the world. Specifically, no password on his laptop, despite repeated, like, quote-unquote hacking attempts. You know, nothing of the sort. He just would leave his laptop open, and he would lose it frequently. And he was kind of a lazy dude, so every once in a while he'd be like, hey, Wanderbot, can you go find my laptop for me? Because you probably know where it is. Because I usually would. I've got a very good eye for detail. Oh, come on. I'm trapped between rocks, hard places, and goddamn just death. Okay, there we go. And the reason why French hate us. See, he had a French-sounding... Oh, that was lucky. He had a French-sounding name. He was not anywhere... Yeah! Thank you, Golem, for being my best weapon against those guys. Because, Lord knows I can't fight them. Is he stuck in a little hole? He is. Cute. But so, I would change my friend's name as a result of me finding his laptop. Oh god, there's an origin story for everything that I do, isn't there? There's another story I can tell that's related, but enough tangents. So I changed his name, and I would change every time I would... Oh, we're right here, aren't we? Well, this is where we die. We got like 9 health left. That's not a good situation to be in. Let's think on our lives. Alright. Thinking is over. Punching time is ready. Cool. We have 1 hit point. Literally 1 hit point. Oh man, that was brutal. That said, like, this did not work. Have I ever considered playing Town of Salem? Yes. Oh, I would love to play Town of Salem. I actually have a group of people I'll play with. Unfortunately, they operated a wildly different sleep schedule to mine, which is kind of a shame, but still. Okay, so continuing story. I would change his name to Cornelius Ponsworth Lestrange over and over and over again, up until the point where his name actually permanently became Cornelius Ponsworth Lestrange. Now, the thing I didn't know about this guy was his parents watched his Facebook like a hawk for some reason, which is kind of weird. And, like, you know what? I don't got time for this. So his parents would watch his Facebook like a hawk. And, like, it's weird because the dude pretty much got away with, I'm not going to say murder, but, like, I get the feeling his parents were, like, those kind of weird parents that will, like, almost be completely just, like, do whatever you want, up until you do something that displeases them. And then they, like, get super angry and then, like, threaten all of these things. Well, unfortunately, his parents were the kind of parents that thought it was a reasonable thing to threaten that they're going to get a divorce every time their kids misbehave. And apparently, like, it was a fairly consistent thing, which, honestly, super depressing. But apart from that, like, that just emotional and basic manipulation's not a cool thing to do to your kid ever, period. Especially, yep, hello. Managed to avoid any damage there, not even sure how. But so, he comes crying to me at, like, 4 in the morning? Now, mind you, I have, like, the worst sleep schedule in the world, so I was actually still awake. But this was still kind of the point where it's, like, generally unacceptable to be up and talking to anybody. I forgot to put a point into strength. There we go. But so he comes crying to me that his parents are getting divorced because I changed his name on Facebook. And I look at him and I'm like, if your parents' relationship is that weak, I mean, I feel bad about it, but at the same time, like, good God. Like, how did I, like, I think I would feel worse. Oh, and he still got me. Damn it. God, I do not like fighting this guy. Especially because there's rocks, hard places, and all sorts of other bullshit around here. I don't know, like, I feel callous for saying this, and, I mean, the reality of the situation is, they did not get divorced in any way, shape, or form. They just threatened it. Because it was reasonable to threaten their kid, question mark? I don't even know. But effectively bad parents. Fine. But he was just so broken up over this that he actually made, like, a wildly different Facebook account. Which, I mean, go figure. Kind of makes sense, trying to make it private. But he never actually did, like, attach a Facebook, like, a password to his Facebook. And he actually donated his laptop to, like, the floor I was on. So one day I was kind of messing around and I realized he was still logged in on Facebook on, like, a laptop he had not used in years. So this was, like, a year or two kind of after he generally kind of headed off on his own. And I switched his name over to Cornelius Ponsworth Lestrange, and I got a very emotional phone call. And I felt really bad about this, where, like, he was both crying and, like... Damn it, I'm punching her to death. She is dying. You idiot, get out of the goddamn hole. She is going to die. Nope, she's not going to die, but she is definitely going that way. Does she have a health bar? I have no idea how much health she has. But yeah, so I switched it around. And then we went off to play D&D, so, like, everything was cool. But the entire premise of, like, me talking about that, like, faux identity for, like, 5 seconds... And people saying you need Cornelius attached is just like, well, this was a thing. But yeah, so, like, if you ever look at my Facebook specifically, I'm from, like, Sweden and 34 years old, which is kind of ridiculous, honestly. But still. Okay, did I check the shop? And I don't remember the shop having anything particularly good. Let's see. I'm trying to think of... Oh, right. Potions. Can't afford them all, either. So here's the question. Do we want lightning? The answer is yes. I'd like the other ones. Let's think. Okay, so the reason why the guy was crying was, like, poor dude... Oh, God. And now I'm telling depressing stories. So, unfortunately, one of the problems you run into if you go to, like, nerd college, or really just, like, a lot of, colleges, it was kind of a dick move. I will grant that. I was annoying, to say the least, in college. I wasn't ever, like, mean. I was just kind of, like... I would do things to pester people because it made me giggle. And I'm still that way. Like, I will mess with people. I don't go into Facebook anymore, though. I actually stopped that for the most part after one guy got onto my Facebook account and actually closed out of my, kind of important school-related stuff. Effectively, he deleted an entire project just to try and prank me. And he thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Well, that was effective. Hint to everybody. Deleting somebody's schoolwork, not funny. In any capacity. Oh, shit. Run, 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 run. But so... Bunch. So this guy went to nerd college, right? Except for, like, he never really fit in. Because he wasn't exactly the brightest bulb in the box. I know I'm botching the phrase there, but, like, dude was slow on the uptake, to say the least. There were a lot of jokes that went wildly over his head. And, ooh, hello, can I? No, I can't afford it. And, like, I felt kind of bad. This kind of goes hand in hand with the fact that, like, I broke into his Facebook sheerly because I had physical access to his laptop because he asked me to go find it. Like, he was not a creative thinker, and the box was wildly outside of his mental reach most of the time. Or, I guess more just constrained his mental... Well, that was just dumb. That was my fault. Completely. And, like, I guess today is Wander tells stories about being a douche to people in college. But, like, so, unfortunately, this guy... Well, that's a lot of slimes. Unfortunately, this guy was one of those guys that, like, never really had a girlfriend before and desperately wanted one. I have a lot of friends like that. I can't believe that I'm rantisoding freaking Vagante of all the games that I ever play. This game is generally too hard for it, but still. I guess that would explain why I keep... How did he even hit me? That was well above his sword arc. I don't even know. But so dude really wanted a girlfriend, so, like, at one point he actually became... Oh, God. Oh, what's it called? It's not even friends with benefits. I guess it's friend zone, but still. So he effectively put himself in a position where, like, he was this girl's tag-along... I'm not going to say, like, pseudo-butler, but, like... Here's the question. Can I get them to kill themselves? The answer is no. Can I kill myself as part of the process? The answer is yes. You know what? I'm just going to punch them here. There we go. Works pretty well. But so he would follow this girl around all the time. You know, buying her food, buying her stuff, gifts, whatever. And she was in a relationship, a committed relationship with some guy, I think actually in my state. But, you know, she was very honest about being in this relationship. However, she kept telling my friend that she was going to dump him and they were going to be together. Now, of course, if you ever have a girl telling you this, and, you know, generally they've been just kind of freeloading off of your goodwill, I'm glad there are no spikes down there. Generally, it means she's actually just using you, which is a pretty sad statement to say. Okay, that hurt. Actually, it didn't hurt. I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. But yeah, no, it was like super depressing. But so, like, dude desperately wanted a girlfriend, and the only girls that were, like, really interested in him were ones that were actually, like, taking advantage of him. Which is actually, like, super sad. Because, like, we all warned him, like, repeatedly, and this, I'm not gonna say, like, this justified us, like, messing with him all the time. Hello, free money. But it's kind of as a, kind of one of the reasons why we made fun of him, because, like, he kept getting him into these situations, and, like, anytime he had girl problems, we were all, like, super, like, sympathetic, because, let's be honest here, any kind of relationship problem in, like, college, super hard to deal with, because, like, you really do not have the support system, generally, to, like, get past that sort of thing, and it really sucks. And, like, it's not just girls that use guys, there are plenty of guys that use girls equally so. I've met some, like, really douchey dudes along the way that are just complete users. Oh, man. However, I'm not gonna tell those stories, because those actually make me, like, really angry. But so this guy was, like, desperate to have a girlfriend, and, well, this was not the girl for him. So eventually he, like, kind of wakes up, smells the roses on his own, because, like, honestly, if you have a friend that is, like, so deep into that sort of thing, you know, so deep into their own delusion, that they're willing to just ignore all of evidence, you know, otherwise, I can't believe I'm rantisoting this, chances are the only way that they're actually going to be able to, like, change is based on, like, their own revelation, probably after a bad bout of something or other. Usually, like, boredom or just honestly don't know. Anyway, but so he eventually breaks up with his girl after, like, ages of effectively, when I say ages, I mean, like, couple of months. But when you're in college, a couple of months is a very long time. Especially when you're, like, daily hanging out with people and stuff like that. Like, it can make quite a difference what you do in those 3 months. Like, I could pretty much redo my entire portfolio in 3 months, and I probably should. But so... Ah. Hey, Taj. Welcome to the stream. Let's keep going. But so... This poor guy was, like, head over heels in love with pretty much anybody. So he ends up dating another girl, which goes horribly. And eventually he ends up with this one girl, who... I don't honestly know if she was good for him, or... Well, I don't know if they were good together or bad together. Because I never saw them again. And, like... This sounds like super grim and super sad. Uh-oh. Super grim and super sad. That is jump. I might be able to make it. Yeah. Boink. Yeah, we actually get it. Nice. Okay, so if I remember right, the gauntlets are good. Cool. Worthless, but cool. And the boots are bad. Let's see what these gloves do. I want heavy punches. But, yeah, no. Poor dude ends up in a relationship. And, like, really, kind of what ended up happening was the guy just ended up moving in with her. Into her parents' attic, of all things. Now, let's be honest here. Don't move into your girlfriend's folks' house. It's generally a bad move. Unless you're, like, already married and, like, it's totally kosher to do so. At which point, I have no professional opinion there. I don't have a professional opinion at all. But so... poor dude effectively just disappears from everywhere, and, like, I don't see them. So when I switched his name over to Cornelius Ponsworth Lestrange, years later, he was craving, like, just that amount of, like, male interaction, because, unfortunately, like, and I'm not, like, 100% on this one, but his, I don't know if they're married or not, but, like, his girl was effectively one of those girls that's like, nope, you can't even have guy time. We tried playing D&D, and she would actually supervise his D&D time. Like, she would come with and then whine at him for taking too long. Now, if you even know a little bit about D&D, D&D is not over in 20 minutes, or half an hour, or anything like that. D&D is over when it's over. I don't think I'm getting that gold. Also, what the hell is that guy doing? Stop river dancing! It's battle time! I don't want to deal with this. Damn it. Go back to river dancing. It's easier to kill you when you're doing so. Okay. But yeah, super depressing story over. I don't even know. Just... It's weird. I don't know. Relationships are weird. Don't date anyone. Be a hermit. Live in your parents' basement and play video games all the time. Except for I don't know. I don't know. It's all dumb. Anyway. Sakenya, gonna win you way. I can't even Lion King. Don't worry about it. Please don't be cursed. Damn it! Alright. Huh. So we're effectively screwed. Because I'm not a patient person. Then again, maybe things are just going to turn out perfectly well for me. I have no idea. Stabbing. There we go. Let's keep going. I really want to get a scroll of uncurse. However, I've got these boots. Wait. That's recharge. That's magic mapping. That's teleport. Yeah, I don't even have a single scroll of identification. This is bad news bears. This is pretty goddamn dingle-darn. Hello. That's a scroll of jump. Sweet, we've got so much jumping that needs to be done. We're probably going to make it to the forest and die, but still. Okay, let's keep going. On one hand, I want to put them on. On the other hand, I'm terrified of what may happen. Actually, come to think of it, I got gloves of extended reach. Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite increase the arc on this sword as much as I'd like it to, which is kind of a shame. Alright, well, let's figure out where I'm going. And hope for the best. Chances are, death. That said, death. Ow. That hurt. A lot. Please have decurse. That is not decurse. That's featherfall. That's improved archery. And something just killed itself. Oh, hey, there's the dragon. Not really sure what I'm going to do with him. Oh, wait, no, I don't have lightning anymore, do I? Well, sup, dragon. I guess we're going to be friends now. Let me introduce you to another good buddy of mine. His name is Sword. We're actually terrible friends. He's just kind of like suckered his hands onto my face, and I don't really appreciate it. At all. And run. Perfect. Running. Boink. Oh no, I'm bad place. Tell you guys about the shameful subreddits I subscribe to. I'll be honest here. I'm subscribed to two subreddits. Game Deals and our Let's Play. I don't really use Reddit that much. Actually, no. There's one other subscription. I'm not even going to say it's, like, shameful. Ooh, that's pretty nice. I'm not even going to say, like, I have really a whole lot of shame in relation to this. I still don't have a scroll of decurse, mind you. But I'd like to go on the relationship subreddit, just because people have interesting problems. Way more interesting problems than I do. Like, God. If some of these people had YouTube channels just to talk about the shit they've been through, it's like, oh, man. I would be out of a job. I don't even have a job. Which would make a lot of a difference. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm probably gonna die come forest. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I do use Reddit for, like, when I'm super bored. For the most part, I try and, like, entertain myself with other stuff. If I play D&D, I can be douche flirting to... Oh, god damn it. I'm probably gonna get myself killed in the next 3 seconds. Actually, he's stuck. Perfect. Where is it? Featherfall. Alright. No killing ourselves on this round. Some of these are kind of nice, actually. Oh. Boink. I mean, at least we do damage. We do more damage with this sword right now than some of my other runs, which is just super depressing. And, like, I actually don't know what to think about it, but, like, we do more damage with this character than I have done in the past with the warrior. which is sad. Because I've got a goddamn cursed sword. Yep. No, using Featherfall. Good choice. Good choice today. Let's push this over without putting ourselves in mortal danger. Ooh, that attacked me. I like the arc on the sword from the Extendo gloves. Extendo gloves actually, weirdly enough, give weapons a slight extra arc to them, which I appreciate greatly. Anyway, we get lightning again. It's like it wants us to be a magical warrior or something. Warrioress, I guess would be the proper term. Anyway, so, wow, 53 viewers tonight. I don't even know. I guess people really missed me that much, which is pretty crazy, but you know what, works for me. Okay, seeing as, you know, I've got everybody collected here and watching, and honestly, just might as well talk about this, seeing as I'm, like, only half focused on the game, which is bad. But let's be honest here. I got, like, I've had a grand total of 6 hours of sleep in the past 4 days. No, it's a little bit more than that. It's like 10 hours of sleep in the past 4 days. It's not a good situation to be in. Why? I'm gonna wait until he does that. I went to... Nope. Well, ow. I went to Anime Boston. Now, let me think about my life for a second here. Alright. Thought about life. Killed bitches. Spanked hoes. Worked out well. Hey, cool. But so, went to Anime Boston. Yeah, cannot even take off my sword for anything. Oh, interesting. I was wondering about that. Where that last guy went. Ooh, crossbow. Probably worthless, but still. Might have good stats. Hey, if it's homing. And it is burning. And uncursed. Thank you, goodbye. Okay, so we still don't have heavy punches. We still don't have any scrolls of identification, which flabbergasts me to a great degree. But we actually do 7 damage just by punching, which is pretty impressive, given our situation. Okay. Let's see. Nope. Ow. Trying to read chat during a slow point, waiting for the slime to get closer to me. Turns out, bad move. Turns out, slime got real close, real fast. Come on, come over here. Okay, so I was at Anime Boston, and the problem with, like, me and conventions, I'm super guilty of this, but A, I have trouble switching my sleep schedule for what should be pretty obvious reasons. I'm just gonna let that happen. Oh, he made it. Never mind. And we get a hammer. Well, seeing as I have no... Alright. Seeing as I have no reservations about anything, I'm going to put it on, for better or worse. Let's toss this sword while we're here. Damn it! I have downgraded pretty substantially. I mean, it attacks fast, at the very least. This is probably identification, isn't it? Not really worth it. Okay, there we go. Let me think, where are we going? I don't even know where I'm going. Is there anything, like, even remain? Oh, right, I've got this whole area. Well, effectively having spike protection does kind of come with perks. Come here. Come here, you saucy best. Well, interesting. Fell on my head and killed itself anyway. Okay, now let's think. So, I'm a dumbass and equipped a second cursed item. This is normal. Everybody should be alarmed, because this run is probably going to end, but at the same time, all runs end. And some turn out differently. Okay, but so I was at a convention, and unfortunately the way like I do conventions is realize that the convention is in fact tomorrow, freak out, stay up all night, finish a print, and hope it sells. And so, in this case, I actually did a really nice Shovel Knight print. Which is actually kind of nice, because, oh, hey. I'm actually in that. Deuces, deuces, deuces. I really wish I had head stompers right now. You know what? This game would be brilliant with the Catacomb Kids weapon specialization system. I just realized this. Okay, so we've got this now worthless club. We got punches, and we got a hammer of lifesteal. However, I feel like I'm trying to discuss MacGyvering something. The reality of the situation is I'm just getting my ass handed to me by a couple of goddamn harpies. And if I hop down, they're gonna wallop me good. Okay, there we go. Come on, up here. Up here, you goddamn boob. Fine. Barely does any damage anyway. Now this is a terrible plan. Am I doing it anyway? Yes, I'm doing it anyway. Why? Because I'm a moron. Let's pop down here and think about this. Okay, yes, no, maybe, so, yes, no, wham. But so, whenever I do, like, conventions and stuff, he's going down into that hole, and I will never see him again, but that's okay. I don't really care about enemies that end up in the hole. The hole is dumb. Bam. Bam. Well, we might actually be able to pull this one through, just because lifesteal is pretty useful. That's another golem. Now isn't it? Okay. But so, did like a really nice Shovel Knight print, but did not sleep. So the first day at the convention was like me just being like, I'm not going to say wigging out is exactly the proper terminology to use for what I was doing, but I was just sitting there being like, which is honestly not exactly the greatest if you want to have like a particularly good, okay, actually, kind of think of it. If you want to have like a particularly good convention, ooh, hello. You were coming for me. This was not great. Why did I do this? I forgot. You don't pull crossbows back like you pull bows back.